Hey folks, TechTucker here. In today's video, we are going to go through a local tour of my CEX, downsize the collection a bit, as well as actually pick up some insane clearance games. So yeah, solid pickups this week. Look forward to sharing them with you. And of course, stay tuned in the video to see what I pick up, what I get rid of in the collection, and of course, how much voucher I get in terms of everything as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay folks, I have two piles of games here, so I've decided to downsize the collection just a little bit. Again, I'm just trying to make the most of the all killer, no filler mindset. And not only that, just try to reduce shelf space that's being utilised. There's still room to downsize a bit, especially like the Xbox One side. But there's some titles I'm like, I'll hold on to until I can either get it on the PlayStation or I decide I just don't want it anymore. Some titles that I'll always keep in double, triple dip with are like Sonic and Crash Bandicoot, you know, those sorts of games. But yeah, with this one, Captain Tsubasa, got that out of game last week for £2, £4 voucher. Tin and Kuna bought on clearance, ended up didn't sell it on. I made money off the games that I did buy in that bundle, so that was just sat on the shelf, getting rid of it. Maybe wonder why Last of Us Part 2 is here, with the remasters on PS5. Got Last of Us Part 1 on PS5 already. And then I will pick up Part 2 at some point as well, so no point in hoarding it on the PlayStation 4. When I want to play Last of Us Part 2, it's only like £40 anyways, so I'll just buy the physical copy at the time. Valhalla Hills, bought on clearance, won't play it, so I'm not going to keep it. God Eater 3 and Melbit's World, they're both from the free game collection, so I'm just going to pop them in. And then a Sega game, I don't like collecting these Mega Drive titles, I paid like £18 for it or something. It trades in for 16 with manual, which it does have, so I'll lose a couple of quid, but ultimately I would much rather, I don't like the way these cartridges look, I would rather just emulate them than have like a compilations like this, so I'll just get them all individually at some point. Super Bomberman R, have it on the Switch. Sign Mora X, have it on the Switch. And then Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, as part of the free game collection, I got it on PS4, which is my preferred platform, so there's no point in having it on Xbox in addition to that. And then we've got some absolute filler wee garbage. Nickelodeon Dance, Peppa Pig, Kylie, EA Playground, High School Musical Dance, Disney Sing It, Celebrity Sports Showdown, Ben 10 Alien Force, Avatar Legend of Aang, and Avatar Legend of Aang Burning Earth. Getting rid of this one in particular because I have it on Xbox 360 as well, so that should hopefully net me a few vouchers. Of course I'll let you guys know how much I get, and if I downsize the collection anymore, you know, you'll be first to know. Alright, so now we're actually going to take a look in my local CEX, and this is approximately a week after I traded in these games, but as you can see, a pretty nice selection of PlayStation 1 titles here, a mixture with manual, without manual. Fortunately for me, I've got most of these titles like the Tekken's, Driver and that. Swagman is one that has caught my eye a few times though. Then you can see some higher end PlayStation 2 titles and some PS Vita. And of course it wouldn't be a TechTucker video without Xbox 360. With these games again, got a majority of these right here, but there are some pickups in relation to the 360, so please stay tuned for that. Always pull out the Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'm surprised that one isn't worth more than £5, but might go up in the future, who knows. Then Front Mission Evolved, that's the one that's just been piquing my interest for a little while, kinda looks interesting. Kinda thought about Full Auto, can't remember if I've got it even to this point though. Having a look at some other titles here as well. This one surprised me, the Ultimate Alliance games overall have went up quite a bit. I remember not paying any more than a tenner for each copy of the 1 and 2, but yep, that's the nature of it. Buy 360 now. But yeah, as you can see, a pretty solid selection here. If you were just beginning your 360 collection, there'd be plenty to choose from here. And of course, shout out to Lord of the Rings Conquest. Having a nosy at the original Xbox titles, yeah, there are some I kinda want to get here. Ninja Gaiden Black is one I'd like to get because of the backwards compatibility, but I don't want a Classics copy. Stubbs Zombie has fell from grace. I do want to pick that up at some point. I feel sorry for anyone that paid like £60 when it was worth about that until the remaster happened. However, it just means it's more accessible to people, so who's to really complain? And of course Project Zero is pretty neat to see as well. In terms of the GameCube, it's been the same titles the last few times I've been in CEX and in my local. I've got the heavy hitters. I think I've got most GameCube games that I want. You can see here, they're the Avatar games I traded in. You can also see the Disney Sing It one. And you can see the Nickelodeon Dance, Peppa Pig again, they were all the ones that I traded in the other week. So good to see that they're still sitting there and no one else wants them. 3DS, again, this is one that the shop has went offline for. Fire Emblem Awakening is one I do want to pick up at some point, but I'm going to pick up when I want to play it rather than, you know, just buying it for the sake of buying it. But yeah, this game caught my eye, looked interesting. No idea what it is still, but it's something I might do some research into. Let me know if you guys think it's a solid title. And then yeah, just some more DS stuff over here. My Little Fluff or something, I think that's called. That just caught my eye for a second. Don't know why, just like mildly interesting. Then you have Wii Strategy. Didn't know that had a strategy title, but there you go, you learn something new every day. And yeah, I'm just looking at some more of the DS titles here. One that did catch my eye, Bejeweled 3. I was like, oh, I could get it, that'd be a neat title to play, but then I realised, no, because there's probably mobile phone equivalents anyways. But yeah, moving on to some more glass case stuff. You can see my Mega Game 6 is still sitting there. It's been sat there for a wee while. Don't think many people are keen to pick up those. And I think on eBay it does sell pretty cheap, like £10-15, so yeah. But yeah, that's the N64 titles there as well. And then you do have Shakedown Hawaii, Retro Rampage as well, some of the last Wii titles physically to be released. Some amiibo, but now we're going to go back to the game room for pickups. Okay, so with the game clearance as well, like the receipts don't lie, I've done very well there. The expensive one was definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that one cost me a grand total of £17.99, which £30 voucher, no brainer. It's not quite a double up, but it's not far off. And then yeah, No Straight Roads 1 pence, Shadow Tactics 10p. And that also had the Elder Scrolls Online, which was 1p. Ultimately, I probably shouldn't have bought that one, but well, it was a penny. And yeah, they did it in 2 transactions for the reason that, you know, 3 for 2, so they wanted to knock off a little bit, which was quite nice. And got Blasphemous for 49 pence, and Sudden Strike, I think it was called, is 99 pence as well. Yeah, in terms of the CEX trade credit on these ones, yeah, not bad at all. Shadow Tactics was 80 pence. So again, that's a solid return based on 10p. And then No Straight Roads, £1.20. I also had Blackguards, which was 80 pence. Microsoft Flight Simulator, £30. Not bad at all for an £18 spend. And then Blasphemous was £5. I considered keeping that one, but I'd rather have Blasphemous on Switch or PlayStation. Sudden Strike for £8. That was a 99 pence title. And finally, Elder Scrolls Online 10p. But from a penny, that's a solid return. So yeah, that's fantastic prices for like the games that were on clearance. I can't complain at that at all. That got me some solid credit, and that is pretty much paid. £20 is paid for the small stack of games that I've got here, and more, because again, I've not spent all my credit. I've still got quite a bit left. But yeah, in terms of the games that I downsized, so with this it begins. I'm going to start here with some of the free game collection stuff as well. God Eater 3 was £4, Last of Us Part 2 was £16, Melbits World was £12, so I do owe half of that to my brother for Melbits World and God Eater 3. Super Bomberman R was £6, Sign Mora X £1.20, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on the Xbox One because I kept the PS4 version, £10 credit. And then Valhalla Hills, £1.20, Last of Us Remastered, £8. I have that on PS5 and I'll get Part 2 on PS5 in the future as well, so I was like, no point in keeping them. Also, Tekken Kuna, £4, Captain Tsubasa, £4, Peppa Pig on the Wii, £3, Nickelodeon Dance, 80 pence, Avatar Games, 40 pence and 30 pence, Ben 10 Alien Force, 30p, Celebrity Sports Showdown, 30p, Disney Sing It, a penny, High School Musical 3, a penny. Again, there are just games that are cluttering the shelf, do not want them in the collection at all. EA Playground, 30 pence, Kylie Sing and Dance, 40 pence, and Mega Game 6 with manual box. I got rid of that because I don't like compilation games. £16 when I bought that for 18, so with manual prices and that up that, so I only lost £2. But a grand total of £134 and 12 pence. So essentially get rid of the shelf stuff that I don't need. A load of rubbish, minus the Last of Us games, are solid. But I have like Bomberman on Switch, Sign Mora X on Switch, Dragon Ball on PS4. I'm just hoarding doubles for essentially no reason. So yeah, £134 voucher. Fantastic. So yeah, some of that has been spent, so stay tuned and you'll see what I picked up in just a moment. Okay, just before the CEX pickups, there were a couple of odd bits that I did pick up here and there. So I got a promotional Spider-Man 2 cube from my local HMV. I asked before Christmas and they said, oh, check in after Christmas. If you still want it and it's there, you can have it. And yeah, picked this one up. This is very cool. Didn't pay anything for it, of course. I've got the God of War Ragnarok one, so again, the Spider-Man one will go very well with it. Spider-Man 2 I did Platinum, love this game, fantastic time. So yeah, very happy to add this one to the collection. And I did get a couple of other odd bits, I'll just chuck that down gently. There we go. Out the charity shop, I found a copy of London 2012, paid £1 for it. CEX charge £1.50, so it is complete in nice condition as well. Didn't have it yet, looks like a solid minigame collection for sports and I like the colours, so yeah. And for 50p I did find this Robotnik McDonald's toy, which again, you don't find these often, especially in like modern day charity shops. This is from like the 90s, so it's probably not worth much at all, and I do like Sonic, so he'll make a nice shelf piece. So yeah, on to the CEX pickups. Okay, so now we have the CEX pickups. Nothing of like incredible value here, but the cases all feel really clean. Quite happy with that. This one, a YouTuber I watch called TVM, keep banging on about it. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway, £2. I believe it is backwards compatible. Apparently holds up really well, so it is one that I decided to pick up. Again, nice and complete there. It's got like the insert behind it as well. Yeah, disc is in pretty solid shape. It's not the best disc in the world, some light surface scratching. Yeah, this is probably from being in the packet in CEX, to be fair. No cracks in the spindle, happy days. Then one that I thought, ooh, that's pretty solid, £1.50, Front Mission Evolved, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the label is covering it there. Again, this one is complete also. I don't really know much about Front Mission, I think it is I don't know if it's like a mech game or something like that, maybe. But yeah, again, this one's complete. It's got like the Square Enix insert behind the disc. With the disc, I did have a quick check and I checked a little too late. Looks fine until you actually have a closer look. Perfect circle scratch. Chances are that's probably not going to work, so I'm going to have to test that one and probably take it back. Excuse the crude nature of how I'm doing this. I'm closing the tray. Front Mission is in. Let's find out if it actually works. My guess is no. But you never know with the 360. Oh, it's loading. Fuck off with your updates. Pardon my French. Square Enix. Honestly, for the price it is, like £1.50, if the disc works, I'll take it. Well, I'll be damned. Seems to be working. It is £1.50, so I'm like, I don't care too much. I could very well just buy a disc online probably for like 50p or something. And then next one here is Gunslinger, I believe. Yeah. Oh, it's a Gunstringer, sorry. And this is one of the outstanding Kinect titles that I felt I needed. This one is actually meant to be pretty solid, so again, for that one, again, it is complete as well. Disc is in fair shape, and I've got the receipt in here. Got the manual, got like the Kinect insert. I think it's still got the Fruit Ninja codes. I might cheekily see if that still works, but probably won't. But yeah, when I'm testing Front Mission, I'll check those out. So yeah, Gunstringer has a Fruit Ninja Kinect code. I am gonna test this. Let's find out. Yo! Get in. Oh, I got Fruit Ninja for free. That's one that I didn't have and was a game I was actually considering for another digital titles to get before the 360 store closes. So for £1, that saved me like £6 there. Fantastic. Yeah, more 360 titles in the collection. Can't complain at that, and they're cheap as chips right now. However, some games are going up, such as Spider-Man Web of Shadows. That's like £80. I bought that one, it was like £40-50. Like, that's went up a ton. Blue Dragon used to be like £3-5, now it's a tenner. Like, some of these games are starting to climb, so definitely buy them now if you're looking to get some. Okay, and last but not least, the retro pickup. And this one here, Guardians Crusade. I think this game looks interesting. I don't know much about it. It could very well be total garbage. I did buy this one just for the fact that I like the look of it alone. It is complete, £22 with manual price. Honestly, it's really good. I've seen some sell really low on eBay, Like, I've seen some go for like £13 to £20, pretty low overall. It's got an advert for Typhoon in the back. That is a game I still need to pick up, actually. But yeah, the manual's in nice shape. I had a look at the disc. I'll share that with you in just a moment, folks. Disc, very nice for a PlayStation 1 title. And then the disc here is pink. Again, I like these PlayStation 1 RPGs. I kind of fancy a go of like Grandy on that, but every time I've looked in like CEX and that, there was one time they had it in the wrong case and they were just going to chuck it and they would not let me have it in any way, shape or form, which is what it is. But Guardians Crusade, £22. This can sell for like £30, £35 as well. As of recently, it has been selling for that price also. So I think £22 with the manual. It's not like an amazing steal or anything, but I think it's a really solid deal for a PlayStation 1 title quite like this. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this episode. Again, thank you very much for watching. It is much appreciated. It helps me declutter the collection just a little bit. It's something, again, space is, you know, it's of the essence. There's not a ton of it left. I don't have too much more room to grow and expand. I'm thinking of a one day, not in the immediate future, getting matching shelves across the board just to make it a bit more uniform. Get a matching like taller set of shelves. I'll need to look into it properly, but could get them custom built, but I know that could also cost a pretty penny. But yeah, if you liked the video, please do like, share and subscribe, and of course stay tuned for future game hunts, collection videos, hidden gems lists, you name it, I'll do it. And also thanks for 1,000 subscribers, much appreciated, folks. I'm really happy that I finally hit that milestone, and onwards and upwards from here. I've got a bit of a plan for content, over the next month or two. So yeah, stick around, please stay and enjoy. Again, thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one and goodbye.